how to shift your spiritual mindset. Our spiritual mindset is how we process and gather information in the world. It gives way to how we experience our intuition, our guides, how we see ourselves, and more. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to shift your spiritual mindset so that you improve your intuition, superpower your manifestations, build your confidence and power, and have more joy. Your spiritual mindset is the key to manifesting, to connecting to your intuition, to superpowering yourself, your life, your confidence, your joy, your flexibility. It is vital. And when we're talking about mindset, what we're really talking about is how we process information in the world, and how that becomes patterns of thought and belief, and how that shapes how we interact not only in the spiritual world, but the physical world as well. But before I go any further, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a 4th generation intuitive, and I teach you how to plug back into your innate divine self, your intuition. And before I jump into it, don't forget, if you're new here, hi. If you're back, welcome back. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that little bell notification, because I release videos every week. And speaking about mindset, which is so important, we talk about manifestation, intuition. I'm teaching a manifestation workshop April 27th. I'm so excited. If you're interested, check out the link in the description box below to sign up. If you have any questions, you can email me too. So before any further wait, let's dive into it. So when we're talking about our mindset, like I said, how we see the world, how that shapes our beliefs about ourselves, about possibility, the first thing that we also have to start to pay attention to is what is my mindset? How do I think about the world? How do I interact with the world? You know, the other day I had a call with a client, and she was saying that I'm not intuitive. You know, I'm just not that intuitive. You know, it's sort of like everyone else. Everybody else has this ability to manifest. Everybody else has this super juice, but I don't have it. And right there, stuck in a fixed spiritual mindset. Now, when we have a fixed mindset, that means that we are so tied into the here and now that we get limited to having any ability to think or imagine outside of ourselves. It constricts us, it limits us, it keeps us stuck. Now, the opposite of a fixed mindset is a growth mindset. That means that I'm open to possibilities. I'm curious, and any challenges or anything that come my way are opportunities to learn and grow. Now that's very different. Now, when we look at our beliefs, the first thing we have to do is look at our limiting beliefs. Look at our belief systems, period. What do you believe about the world? What do you believe about manifestation? What do you believe about getting intuitive guidance? You know, and when we can think about it, you know, if we came from a family that had a lack mindset where the scarcity was the most important thing, that can get plugged into our own subconscious and have that be the way that we look at the world. For example, I have a friend of mine whose mindset can be kind of perpetually negative. Every time I talk to her, she talks to me about all of the ills and problems of the world and in her life. And it's interesting because there's a saying that if you're a hammer, everything is a nail. That, in a nutshell, is our mindset. So first, being curious about our beliefs. What do we believe to be true? And what doesn't work anymore? Is a limiting belief that you can't get guidance, that you aren't able to manifest, that you don't know how to make decisions. These are all things that, as you say to yourself, gets into your conscious mind that then informs our subconscious. And the subconscious is a yes machine. It just says yes all the time. Yes, 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 yes. So the more that we feed that input of those beliefs, the more that it gets into our energetic bodies, into our own bodies. So even by starting to examine that, we start to give ourselves a little bit more space. It's like, does that mindset actually serve me anymore? Is this something that I want to change? So even there, start to pay attention to your belief systems. Where did you get them from? Are they true? Second of all, now look at those different beliefs. Now let's say you have a belief around manifestation, that it's just really hard for you to manifest, that you've done all the things and you just can't seem to get it. Then we have to look at, okay, so that's our mindset. And I want to change that mindset. I don't want to be in that anymore. I want to feel like an abundant, flow, happy. So then we have to look at what is the underlying fear? What's the underlying fear? Is the fear of failure, that you're not going to be able to do what it is that you want? Is it a fear of being too big, that there's this feeling that you can't outshine the people around you? Is there a fear around receiving support, that if you receive support then somehow you're indebted or owe somebody something? When we can really start to notice, that's also when we can come into step number 3, was shift our perspective. When we can start to shift our perspective, that's how we change our approach. So instead of having the mindset of it's really hard to manifest, it's just not something that I can do, or it's really easy for somebody else, you can even shift that perspective and say, hey, I'm opening up to curiosity and learning, and I can't wait to see what happens. My new mindset is that I can manifest with ease. And from there, that's where we can start to create support for our subconscious. First, by noticing what we tell ourselves. What's the input? What are the shows, the TV shows, the conversations you're having? What's your general energy throughout the day? These are all important factors in raising our awareness that then gives way to creating change within these old, outworn patterns. So when we can shift our perspective to, I haven't manifested my dream job and I just can't do it, to, I haven't manifested my dream job yet, opens us up. Even that subtle word of just yet creates a whole change and shift within ourselves. That, I can't seem to get my intuition working, to, I'm opening up more and more to my intuition, and I can't wait until I'm just so keyed in and it's happening, but not yet. These are the little language shifts that create change within ourselves. And this comes to my other big thing, self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? You have to remember that we are resonant beings, and what you say has an effect. How you talk to yourself, how you think about your body, how you think about your abilities in the world gets into our bones, it gets into ourselves. So start to even be very gracious and loving to yourself. Celebrate yourself, your gifts, what you know about yourself to be true, because you know what that does? That puts us into a frequency of love. And that is one of the highest spiritual frequencies there are. And from that, we can also practice gratitude. One of my new practices before I go to sleep is sometimes I have trouble sleeping. And so now I count my blessings throughout my day. What were all of the highlights? What were all of the wonderful things that happened? This morning, I took a bike ride with my partner around the park. That's part of my gratitude. And that gratitude also shifts our mindset. So last but not least, get support. Sometimes these things get really stuck in our bones. Sometimes they aren't even beliefs or mindsets that are ours, but have just been passed down intergenerationally. And really of how we can start to get support, whether that's in journaling, whether that's in coaching, whether that's in therapy. There are all sorts of different tools that we can use to help change how we approach the world, change our connection to ourselves, and change our flexibility. And recognizing that anything comes our way, anything that we can, it's like changing our mindset instead of it being a roadblock, a creative challenge. That seems a lot more fun. And always connect back to your sweet spirit. As my favorite tool, I say it all the time, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, helps to connect you back to yourself and that place of love and with that energy, that's how we can create gentle changes within our mindset. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit subscribe with that little bell notification, and come check out my site. Take my spirit type quiz, find out what kind of spirit you are. Download my free meditation and intuition workbook. I have tons of resources for you, and definitely come to my class. I would love to meet you. I'm sending you all my love. Have a beautiful day.